Hey guys, this is Shashank and now I'm going to solve the sixth question in the maths and some paper. Okay, so the sixth question has three parts. Part A states what kind of real life phenomena is captured by the Dirac delta function in this equation. If this given ODE represents a mass spring system, so we'll assume a mass spring system. It needn't be hanging from a ceiling, it can be on the ground also, uh, it can be on the ceiling also, it really doesn't matter. Now y dash coefficient coefficient y dash coefficient is absent. As we can clearly observe over here, we only have y double dash and y, we don't have y dash coefficient or y dash term at all. Therefore dampening factor is 0. Therefore the system is in undamped SHM. It's in undamped simple harmonic motion. So we have a Dirac delta function t minus 3 pi that equals infinity at t is equal to 3 pi, and at t not equal to 3 pi, that is literally everywhere else, it equals 0. So yeah, usually Dirac delta functions are sort of used to represent impulses. Impulses are large amounts of force in a very short interval of time. So it kind of makes sense because Dirac delta's value is 0 everywhere except at the point where it's like mentioned. So it's been 0 0 0 and suddenly it becomes infinity, and then the area of this will be 1, but the length will be infinity because it's a really small width. It needs to be really long to have an area of 1. So yeah, this is sort of the graphical representation of Dirac delta function. So the phenomenon captured is captured is captured is an impulse. Assuming that the system was in rest before it received this impulse, this impulse starts a simple harmonic motion, and since the damping factor is 0, the system continues the simple harmonic motion for an infinite period of time. Again, impulse is a very large amount of force in a very short period of time. So yeah, large force, short time. Let's go to the B part. As I mentioned, assuming that the system is at rest before receiving the impulse at t is equal to 3 pi, this is the graph y and t, y versus t, and this is going to be t is equal to 3 pi. So until t equals 3 pi it's going to be 0, and from t equal to 3 pi it's going to start its SHM. I assume now we are asked to intuitively predict the graph. I think it's going to be some sort of a sinusoidal wave starting from t is equal to 3 pi, because yeah, it was at rest, it received an impulse and it started SHM. It's a very simple physics situation. So yeah, so from this we'll move on into the third phase of our question, C part, which states solve the ODE and sketch the graph of solution, then compare the two graphs. Okay, so I'm going to sketch the graph here anyway, and then I'll be again separately using a computer to graph it, because it will be more accurate that way. And if we had any mistakes in our graph, we can find it out. And also explaining the phenomena is just a little bit more simple on the computer. So fine, we have this equation, y double dash plus 16y equals 4 Dirac delta of t minus 3 pi. Now one result we should probably know is the Laplace of Dirac delta of t minus a is e power minus as, and Laplace of y double dash equals s square times Laplace of y. I'm not going to assume Laplace of y as another variable. It's just going to uh, lengthen the process. So I'll be assuming this as L of y directly, minus s of y of 0 minus y dash of 0. So, and as we mentioned over here, they both are 0. Cool. So Laplace of, now we are going to find the solution of this ODE. We are going to apply Laplace function to both sides of the equation, both LHS and RHS. So Laplace of y double dash plus 16y equals Laplace of 4 Dirac delta t minus 3 pi. Applying Laplace on LHS and RHS. RHS. Okay. So now this is like Laplace of y double dash plus 16y is Laplace of y double dash plus Laplace of 16y. That is, I'll directly write the step. So s square plus of y equal plus 16 Laplace of y equals Laplace of 4 Dirac delta t minus 3 pi. Okay. Fine. Laplace of 4 Dirac delta t minus 3 pi. That is going to be 4 times e power minus as, where a is obviously 3 pi, because t minus a and t minus 3 pi, so it's going to be e power minus 3 pi s. Okay, let's solve this. It's going to be s square Laplace of y plus 16 Laplace of y equals 4 times e power minus 3 pi s. Good. So I'm going to take L of y, Laplace of y common. I'll get s square by 16, s square plus 16, which I'll take it to the right hand side from the left hand side. So I'll get Laplace of y equals 4 by s square plus 16 times e power minus 3 pi s. So this is one important equation. Oops. Yeah, this is one important equation. So okay, let's start from here. Now, one result we should know, one more result we should know is that Laplace of sine omega t, Laplace of sine omega t equals omega by s square plus omega square, which is sort of extremely similar to what we have over here. These two, this part and this part, are extremely like comparable, where omega is 4. We can clearly see, we can see that omega equals 4. So we can write this as Laplace of y equals Laplace of sine 4t times e power minus 3 pi s. Okay, there was a reason why we shifted from the initial equation to this side, because now we are going to use second shifting theorem, that is the time shifting theorem. So the time shifting theorem, cool. One of the results of the time shifting theorem is e power minus a s times Laplace of f of t, a function, any function of t, equals Laplace of f of t minus a times u t minus a, where this is step function. This is a step function. So step functions have only two values, that is 0 or 1. So if t is greater than a, the value of this function is 1. If t is less than a, the value of this function is 0. And if t is equal to a, it doesn't have any value. It's just going to leave a hole in that area. So, but that's just a single point, so that should not like concern us at all. What we mainly deal with is t less than a or t greater than a. So okay, fine. So this, we can identify that this is in this form, where a is minus 3 pi obviously, and L of f of t is sine 4t. Okay, so L of y equals e power minus 3 pi s times Laplace of sine 4t equals, no, f of t is sine 4t. By comparison, we can simply say, so Laplace of sine 4 times t minus, and a is minus a is 3 pi. We know that a is 3 pi. So t minus 3 pi u t minus 3 pi. Now let's consider this equation 1 finally. Now applying L inverse on equation 1, we don't have any we don't need to disturb this, like we can completely remove this from the equation. We only we are left with L Laplace of y equals this. The purpose is served. So L inverse of L of y is y equals L inverse of L of something is that. So y equals sine 4 t minus 3 pi u t minus 3 pi. That's it. This is the solution of the ODE. Now for this, u is equal to 1 when t is less than u is equal to 0 when t is less than 3 pi, and u is equal to 1 for t greater than 3 pi. So when we draw a graph now, let's draw a graph. From here, okay. T is equal to 3 pi. This is y-axis and this is the t-axis. So yeah, when t is less than 3 pi, that is this entire function is going to be 0. So when multiplied by this, it's not going to have any value. At the exact moment when t equals 3 pi, we are going to have a hole. But we don't really show that hole. It starts like that, but it's just a single point, so we can't pinpoint it anywhere. So we're just gonna leave a circle, and from there our sine wave starts, because for t greater than 3 pi, u equals 1, and so that essentially leaves us with this function sine 4 times t minus 3 pi. Sine 4 times 3 minus 3 t minus 3 pi is like any other sine wave, sine 4 theta. Assume this as theta, so you essentially have nothing but sine 4 theta. So this is going to be plus 1 and this is going to be minus 1. So yeah, this is the graph. Both are graphs matched quite perfectly, and I'll just to confirm my theory, we'll simply plot it on the computer. Okay, so we have our graph y is equal to sine 4 times t minus 3 pi and u t minus 3 pi, and the function here is if t is less than 0, 0, so the value of this function is less than 0, 0. If the value of this function is greater than 0, it's 1. So as we can clearly see here, um, exactly till t is equal to 3 pi, this point, exactly till t is equal to 3 pi, it's 0. You can see this. So from t is equal to 3 pi, a sinusoidal wave starts. This sine wave is exactly like y is equal to sine 4x, like this. So y equals sine 4x, it's exactly the same, but it starts from t is equal to 3 pi. That's the only difference. So let's just copy and paste it here. So yeah, as you can see, it perfectly superimposes on the present equation. So yeah, after the simple harmonic motion starts, we essentially have uh, a sine 4x or sine 4t wave till infinity, because it's an undamped SHM. The y dash component is missing, so it's an undamped SHM. Thank you.